Morning, guys. Good morning. You've reached it's SpongeBob Sunday, fellas. So come on in. If you're looking at me on FB or YT, come on in, jump in the chat. Let's talk about you. I'm an attorney, fellas. Everybody on my TT channel already knows what I do. Got a bunch of them over here. But here on the YT and FP, guys, I'm just starting out. So let's talk about you. Hopefully, my sound is coming through. And it looks like it is. Thank you, guys. Come on now. Let's talk a little bit. I'm gonna have me a little bit of breakfast, fellas. Now th- thank you, Renee. Got your baby doll coming in. Thank you. So this tastes like shoe leather. It's turkey sausage. So I will know in about 6 hours if it was any good. I'm adventurous. Yep. Yep. Well, it's been frozen, so I suspect it's okay. I microwaved the shit of it out of it, and then I fried it. So, guys, let's come in and talk. Talk about you. Let's talk about you guys. It's a Sunday, and it's SpongeBob Sunday, guys. Every Sunday I try to work. Thank you, Renee, on the FB, baby. You're helping me out. Thank you, Renee. I'm gonna give Renee a golf clap. She has helped me out here. We are all clear on FB, YT, and TT, all at the same damn time. Technology is amazing. It absolutely is amazing. What's up, Soul for Love? So now I can sit back. I'm getting the hang of what I need to do to set things up. And just kick back and we'll relax a little bit. SpongeBob Sunday. Share this live out. Thank you very much, Roger. Yes, someone told me about that UK game. Thank you, Millie. What's up, my girl? Yeah, SpongeBob Sunday, guys. Spread the word. There you go. Oh, you see my TikTok or you see my post on that actor? Who the hell? I, I'm serious. I posted something about this actor who told people not to follow him and not to go to his shows. I have no idea who that guy is. Anybody know who he is? I mean, no, that's wrong. Someone in the comments said that dude that I posted about this morning is way more successful than I'll ever be. I disagree. I disagree because he seems miserable. That guy on that video that I posted today seems absolutely miserable. He don't like himself. He don't like about half the population. He just seems miserable. I don't even know who the hell he is. I promise I'll never go to his show. I won't follow him. I never followed him, but he seems absolutely miserable. So, God almighty, miserable man. He's a miserable guy. So I suspect I'm probably a little better off than he is. I don't care. Thank you. Yeah, my I have no idea who he is. When you told me, I don't even know who he is. I still don't know who he is. You could tell me every damn movie he's in. You could tell me all of his shows. I still wouldn't know who he is, and I don't care. When you're that angry, He seemed very angry, and if you're that angry, you can't be successful. That's part of being successful is being comfortable with who you are and your friends. He seems very angry, and, I would no, yeah, just seemed miserable to me, and so I felt compelled to tell him nobody gives a shit what he thinks. Michael Jordan had it right, you know. He said famously, I believe he said, "Republicans buy tennis shoes too. Republicans buy sneakers," I think, or something similar to that. So, yeah, that dude just seemed very miserable. You know, when you dislike half the people in the country, or more than half, according to the last election, more than half the people voted for President Trump. That's a miserable. That's just miserable. Yeah, and if you and if you and if you live your life that way, God almighty, what a miserable existence. I don't get it. I mean, it's just nuts. So, well, they're performing the same task that President Obama had them perform. In fact, they got the same person. Anybody says they can't, they don't like ISIS. You got to go in the Wayback Machine and look and see what Barack Obama did. He had Tom Holman in his cabinet. Tom Holman did the same thing. They deported more people. Obama deported, I think, over 3 million people. 3 million. President Trump hasn't even scratched the surface of 3 million. So I honestly don't understand. I guess it's just the orange man, orange man bad, which is he didn't need to do it that way, Melissa. He didn't someone said he didn't do it the way that Trump's doing it. He didn't need to do it because everybody cooperated. They were they were don't interfere with the just don't interfere with the police activity. Anybody knows that. You should know that. Anybody should know, don't interfere in police activity. If you're gonna protest, do it on the sidewalks. Leave the streets alone. Don't lay hands on a police officer. Just don't. Just don't. I mean, sorry. I don't know how that's hard to figure out. I mean, you lay hands on an officer. Won't you try that as an experiment? For those of you that think that these people were treated unfairly, won't you go into your town? Those of you that think, um, Miss Good and that pretty fella. Now, I don't want anybody I don't want anybody to stop breathing, right? In those situations. I don't like it. I think there is blame to go around. I'm gonna say that, and I've said it in my videos. I think there's government blame to go around. However, you cannot deny the fact that all those people that have been harmed by the government went looking for a ass whooping. And when you go looking for a butt whooping and you find one, do not be offended. So anybody that says that what was done to them was not okay, I want you to go to your local town. Go to your local town, stand in the middle of the street, and when the police officer comes up to you, I need you to push them. Grab them by the shirt, grab them by the pants. When they come up to you after you're in the middle of the street in your hometown, and see what happens. See what happens. But you won't do that because you know better. These other people that got these other people were mentally deranged, and I'm gonna say that. I think there was something wrong with. Yeah, just don't do it. Don't do it. Stand up. Don't don't do it. Just don't go in the street, don't block the cars, don't lay your hands on an officer. If you don't do that, nothing's really gonna happen to you. When they take you into custody, don't resist. Just don't resist. Yeah. If you're gonna go to a protest, make sure you're clean. When you go to a protest, "What's up, Miss Robinson Baker?" on Facebook. Thank you. Thank you very much. Got a comment from FB. Thank you, guys. And so far, I have to give this sausage about a 6. It's a little tough, but it tastes good. Yeah, see, the question isn't someone made a comment that Mr. Pretty had a right to carry. He absolutely did have a right to carry. He absolutely no one no one that I know that has been commentating on this has not said he doesn't had a right to carry. He absolutely had a right under our Second Amendment to carry. But was it prudent? The question is, was it prudent? Was it prudent for him to carry in that situation? When a week prior, I think 10 days before he had the ultimate, um, run-in, 10 days before, he'd done the same thing, and he was carrying the same thing. He busted a tail light. He interjected himself, so they gave him a pass. You're allowed to carry. He was allowed to carry. That is not the issue. If you know you're going to a protest and if it turns into a riot, why would you do that? Why would you do that if you weren't looking to do something sinister? No reasonable person, no reasonable thinking person would have taken their Second Amendment tool to an activity like that. And if you do, you deserve what you get. That's just being stupid. I'm sorry. Yeah, AI videos are gonna be tough in courtroom. Same for and I said the same thing about Kyle Rittenhouse. I said the exact same thing. That kid went to Wisconsin packing a long one, and that was silly of that Kyle Rittenhouse. It was silly. It was silly then, and it's silly now. It was dumb. I almost used a R word. It was dumb for Kyle Rittenhouse. It was dumb for Mr. Pretty. So, if you can't see that, something's wrong. I mean, the issue isn't what he did, the issue is why was he packing? I mean, it's the same impact. Kyle was just lucky nothing like that happened to him, he was just lucky. He shouldn't have been carrying that, it was stupid. So, same thing, same thing, just a little different outcome, same thing. You go looking for an ass whooping, and if you get one, it doesn't matter. No, see, that's not the issue again. See, you're twist I love it when you twist that someone said, "So it's okay to get treated that way just for carrying." No, see, again, that's not the issue. That is not the issue. That is a red herring. We call that in the law straw man. You're creating a straw man. The question isn't, was he able to carry? The issue is he inserted himself, he laid hands on these officers, he resisted arrest. That's the issue. So, there you go. I can't say it again. I won't say it again. He shouldn't have been there. I mean, look at that video. He grabbed those guys. They were all in a big scrum. He wasn't helping nobody up. He was inserting himself in police business that he had no business doing. Period. Doing that. Had he not been doing that, that wouldn't have happened. What's up, Magnum? It doesn't matter. If he No, Jasmine, again, that's a red herring. No, Jasmine, that's a red herring. I believe the government has a lot of explaining. I said that. I said that in the very beginning. The government has a lot of liability there. They've got some real exposure. They should not have done that. But he did not need to be there. There you go. It's not What's up, Cassie? I'm doing well, thank you. Willie, I really don't care if you unfollow me. Willie, I just don't care if you unfollow me. Don't care, buddy. Well, so he had a right to be there. He did not have a right to insert himself into that how come how is it hard for people to understand and distinguish? He had a right to be there. He had a right to carry his Second Amendment tool. He had a right to do all of those, but he did not have a right to insert himself into that operation. Did not. So, there you go. Willie, I'm yeah, it's that Minnesota st If you had a ca if you had an automobile accident, guys, if you had an automobile accident, and if you were hurt, send me an email. I can help you. If you were hurt, send me an email. I think the government has some explaining to do. Yep, you're asking to get your hiney kicked. That's for daggone sure. Just say no. No. Thank you, Eric. Well, they're gonna get sued, and they should get sued. Go to the doctor, get yourself checked out. If your car was totaled, you're probably gonna be hurt. Yes, I think in both those cases, and I've said this, my videos are on record with those, and I've said this. From my perspective, what happened to Renee Good, what happened to Mr. Freddie should not have happened. It should not have happened. Y'all gotta hear me when I say that. I think the government overreacted. It should not have happened, so I'm gonna say that. But if you're being honest, if you're truly being honest, and you look at all those episodes, both of those individuals put themselves in a position when it goes down fast, and sometimes it is unpredictable, and they should have known that, but they were too busy. They were too busy being vigilantes, and that's just not ever good. So, I just I and if you can't see, if you don't see that, then I can't talk to you, and you can't really talk about this situation if you honestly can look at those issues, if see you cannot see that both of those victims had, um, got what they got. So, you know, I would never do that. I would never go into a protest, insert myself, stand in the middle of the road, block traffic. I would never do that. When I would never spit on the police. I would never call them names because I don't wanna get my hiney kicked. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate. But it's gonna settle down. It's gonna settle down there. I saw, and I've heard from reliable sources that Minnesota State Police are now arresting some of those folks. They are now engaged. Trump finally done the right thing, and he has engaged the Minnesota State Police to do the job. So, good for him if that's true. And so, it's unfortunate. It's yeah, I'm shocked he wasn't arrested. I'm shocked he wasn't. Yes, you yes, after you have an automobile accident, you should always go to the doctor. Get yourself a good full evaluation and make sure that you make a record of every ache and pain that you have, every stiffness, every muscle soreness, everything. Make a clear record of all of your aches and pains. Get it on the record, go to the doctor, go to the hospital, check in. And yeah, that's what you should always do because after 2 or 3 days, sometimes inflammation will occur and you'll realize that when you get in an accident, it ain't no fun. So, so fellas, come on now, let's talk. I'm gonna get off this subject. So it's not a win-win because people don't look at it clearly. Everybody gets the heels dug in. It's unfortunate. But you can look at both those episodes. You can you can look at both of those situations and see that there's a lot of blame to go around. There's just a lot of blame to go around. It's just like everybody keeps bringing up the whataboutisms. Well, what about Ashley Babbitt? Same for her. Have she not been has she not been going through that window, she'd be alright. So, it's the same guys, you just gotta use your brain. Trayvon Martin, had he not been doing what he was doing, he wouldn't got in trouble. George Floyd, had he not been resisting the arrest, he'd still be walking around. I mean, you just I'm sorry, the time to fight the police ain't in the middle of a scrum. You do it the next day. Get you a lawyer, do it the next I c I can talk to you about the wrongful. Oh, yes, he does. It's the same thing. Yeah. Trina, you gotta book a call, baby. You have to book a call. No, it's what yeah, well, they're gonna get sued. Yeah. I think Zimmerman, the media called him a white Hispanic, actually. What whatever that is. Whatever that means. I think that's the way they characterized him. So white Hispanic, which is really shocking to me. I guess they just didn't want to call. I guess they, I don't know why. Crazy. We've come a long way, you know. Rodney King was unfortunate. Them police officers should not have done what they did. But at the same time, Mr. Rodney King should just give up his hands and went on into the police station. You know, he had a record. Yeah, Zimmerman is yeah, is a piece of shit. It's true, but you know, you got to use your brain, guys. And then the media gets onto these and forces a narrative, and they want you to believe that all these people, they want you to believe that all these people are squeaky clean. And then when you get down, and you don't have to dig hard, you don't have to dig hard to see that Miss Renee wasn't the mother of the year. She was hardly the mother of the year. Mr. Pretty was not the humanitarian that they really wanted you to believe the first 48 hours. We now know both of these people were actively engaged in getting in the way and obstructing legally authorized police operation. That's what they were doing. That was their thing. So, but the media don't tell you that right up front. They don't show the warts. They don't expose the warts. And I think the media does themselves a big disservice when they don't expose the warts. If you're a lawyer and you go into court and your client has warts and you have a trial, the first thing you do is expose that, talk about it. If you talk about it as that client's lawyer, it lessens the blow. The worst thing a lawyer can do is have a client and try to hide the facts of their client. It doesn't do anybody any good. And the media does that. The media hides just to push a narrative. They hide who these people are. The Maryland man wasn't father of the year, yet they told us he was. Renee Good was not Mother of the Year. She lost her kids. The only reason she had that 5-year-old is because the baby daddy passed away. She moved several times. She was a troubled lady. Me did not tell you that. And with Mr. Pretty, he wasn't Nurse of the Year. I'm sorry. And when media does that, no one trusts what they say. If a lawyer does that in court, the jury will crucify him or her. They'll crucify him if a lawyer does that. You just get up front with, if you're trying to push a narrative, get up front, be up front about the person you're trying to push out there. Because sooner or later, someone's going to find it out. And then you're going to look bad. And no one's going to trust you. You're going to ruin credibility. That's the problem I have with all this. They're pushing this narrative. They're quick to find a victim. And when they get one, they latch onto it and they ignore the reality. And sooner or later, the reality will catch up to you. That's the problem I have with it. It's more of a commentary on the media. So, these people weren't citizens they didn't get a citizenship trophy. I guarantee you that. You notice how many times have you heard the name of Renee Good? The bloom plum went off that rose in about 3 days. Bloom plum went off her rose. Mr. Pretty, the bloom, when that videotape surfaced, which his family endorsed. His family endorsed that video about him kicking the card. Once that surfaced, the media went silent. It's like they were surprised. Doesn't make any sense. And the media just ruins their credibility when they do that. A lawyer would never get by with that. And that's the way I analogize it. A lawyer should always put a lawyer would never get by with that. So that just bothers me. And it makes their case against the government weaker because had they not been so quick to push a narrative, they could really bust ass on the happen. There should be a whole lot more focus on the government's activity during both of those situations. But what happened is the media gets out there and pushes this narrative. And then when it turns out to be a big hoax, people don't believe anything the media says. So in the long run, they hurt themselves. Any of you all got a kid, any of y'all got children out there, or any of y'all work with people, and you trust them until they lie to you. When you catch them in a lie, it makes it harder for you to believe them the next time. And it's crazy to me how the media don't understand that. There ain't nothing wrong with saying these people were troubled, but the government shouldn't have done it. That's the way I would have said. Listen, we got some people here. They've got some responsibility, but the government should not have done what they did. If they would have couched it that way, their argument against the government would be a hell of a lot better. But they didn't. They lied to us about these people. They wanted to make them legitimate victims in every sense of the word. And that's just not so. And when you realize that they lied to you about one thing, you wonder, what else are they lying to you about? That's the thing. That's my position on it. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Just say no. Yeah, police got dangerous jobs. That's why you leave them the hell alone when you see one. They got dangerous jobs. I never approach a police officer, never. And I'm an attorney in this small town, even with some of these ones I know, I never approach them when they doing their job. Never. It's a bad idea. It's it's absolute lunacy, you know? It's truly unfortunate. So when the media lies to you, or when anybody lies to you, it ruins their credibility. That's right, Magnum. Yeah, it sucks for those people. It really does suck. And their families, but Pretty's family knew he was going to be in trouble. They warned him not to be stupid. The father came out and said that. His ex-wife said she was worried about his mental health. She was worried about him because he got all consumed about this. And so there you go. Now all that stuff is coming out, and it's not from the media, it's from these people are saying this. His family, his friends. So, you know, doesn't mean he deserved it. He did not deserve it, but you can't be surprised when it happens. I don't know how else to say it, you know. Just say no. When the police come up on you, when they come to your car, when they stop you on the roadway, put your hands on your steering wheel at 10 and 2, have your license, have your license and registration ready right there. And when they roll up on you, crack your window, you know, it's just when they tell you to get out of the car, when they tell you to get out of the car, get your ass out of the damn car. Shut the door behind you. If they ask you if they ask you if they can search your car, say no. If they ask you to take a field sobriety test, say no. If they ask you where you've been, shut up. Shut up. Don't say anything. You don't have to. I mean, there's a yeah. So if you do talk to a police officer, say as little as possible. And I like the police. I prosecuted for 17 years. I seen some shitty police officers though. Bad, mean. I've seen some mean ones. What's up, guys? Thank you. Good Sunday, guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Someone said that someone said in the comment that a lot of people think they can talk their way out of a ticket or talk their way out of a problem. You can never talk your way out of a problem with the police officer. That's why the more you talk, they're gonna let you talk because eventually you're gonna say something that's gonna get you in trouble. People think, "Oh, if I talk to them," and the police, let me tell you something this, the Supreme Court of the United States said the police can lie to you. They can lie to you. They say things like, "Well, your buddy over here said that you knocked off that liquor store." So you don't say anything. They can lie to you. They have a lot of authority. There you go. Someone said it right. Close your mouth, let them arrest you, and get a lawyer. In that order. You've got a Fifth Amendment right. You can put this on one of the T-shirts in my link and my paperclip. I got a merch store. You have a Fifth Amendment right to shut the hell up. What's up, Biz? Are you here in the chat? Hey, is this my client, Cody? Is this Cody, my client, my automobile accident client? Is he in the chat? I want to see if you got your check, Cody. I hope you did. What's up, Kristen from Indiana in the chat? Thank you, Kristen from Indiana. Boomers. What's up, Janiqua? Yeah, it's cold in Daytona Beach. Thank you, Lynn. I worked out today for about an hour and a half. Yep. I ate a little bit. Now that sausage, who knows how it's going to operate on my belly, but that's probably going to be all I eat today. I might snack on some shredded wheat. Come on, guys. Tab, share, follow, 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 follow. It's SpongeBob Sunday, guys. Come on now. I've already spoke about ICE. I've said all I need to say. It's not a win-win. I like what they do. They've been operating for I didn't like them when they were first brought into legislation. I didn't like it. Barack Obama used them very effectively. Um, you know, Biden did not. He dropped the ball when it comes to all of those people that's run for president the last 3 or 4 times. They've all been a firm believer in getting the illegals out. They've all said it. President Obama famously had the cages. So, you know, I think about 60 people or so passed away in ICE custody under Mr. Obama. So they've all used it. Mr. Obama had Tom Holman. So let's go back in the Wayback Machine. He deployed like no, they're not gonna fire anybody. It's a little ugly, but it's calmed down. Apparently, Tim Walz, Governor Walz, has looks like Tim Walz has now deployed the state troopers there to they've actually made some arrests. So, I mean, he's got his own problems and he's happy to see this thing here. But now it's going to go away like everything else does. You know, that fraud that was perpetrated on all of us in the country is horrible. That fraud was horrible. Billions of dollars from those Somali daycares. Oh, just billions of dollars. So it sucks. Guys, if you're brand new here, please subscribe. What's up, California? In the chat this morning on a SpongeBob Sunday. If you're looking in on me on FB or YT, You're welcome. Come on in. Thank you. My TT peeps, thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys. If you look at my paper clip, if you look at that paper clip in my bio, you'll see I've got a bunch of stuff. Got a mug. You can get a mug. Got a mug. Are you shitting me? Put that on a sweatshirt. Put it on a t-shirt. Put it on a hat. Got a bunch of stuff. Take a look. I saw where people have purchased some of my items over the last few days. Thank you. That helps me do what I do. I've got books. You go to that paper clip. When you click on it, I've got 4 books on here. Getting ready to drop one on divorce here soon. So if you're on TT and you're a super fan, I'll give you some books. If you subscribe for a year, put it on a cracker. Thank you very Divorce. Yeah, that divorce book's coming out, I hope in about 3 weeks. I'm trying to get my counseling program up and running. I have a Yep, there you go with the whataboutism. So, yeah, what you can do the whataboutism all day, and if there's fraud in Texas, it should be dealt with the same way. Yeah, everybody calls him Orange Man. Orange Man bad. Those Epstein files, the recent commentary on those Epstein files is not getting any traction, in case you haven't noticed. The only people that's talking about those Epstein files are people that hate President Trump. They're the only ones talking about it because everybody else is tired of it. Everybody else, if you have 2 brain cells, and I've said this before, if you have more than 2 brain cells, now it takes a few of them. You need at least 2, probably better to have at least 3 brain cells. You will recognize that those files, if there was really anything in those files, they would have been brought to light long before now. The Democrats had the House, the Senate, and the presidency. You can't tell me if there was anything really substantial in those that they wouldn't have been released. Come on, stop it. Stop it. That is such a disingenuous argument. Just disingenuous. So if you got, but it takes a few more brains. It takes some brains. Gotta gotta have a few brain cells for that to work. Way to go, Alex. You're the best. Alex, what is your problem? Alex, Alex, you came on my live. So what are you doing, Alex? Come on, Alex. Come on, buddy. Really? Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, you gotta have about 3. Gotta have 3 brain cells. I used to say 2, but 2 is probably not enough. You need at least 3 brain cells to put all that together. I mean, and come up with a decent. Yeah. I mean, that's not really a narrative, that's just common sense. That's not really a narrative. That is That's just common sense. I mean, they impeached him 4 times. He was, you know, he was tracked down and hunted like an animal. Yeah, I like different opinions. I do. That's what I do for a living. Yep, I like them. So, if they woulda had something, they woulda rolled out the red carpet on that bad boy when he came down when he, ran for president this last time. And if you don't see that, something is really wrong. You got 'em you got some kind you just got a defect. It's the only thing I can say is you got some kinda learning disability. Well, I will tell you, I'm not a fan of, Pam Bondi. I don't like Pam Bondi, and, I like Cash Patel. I like Dan Bongino, but something about him I don't think clicked in that job, but I'm just not a fan of Pam Bondi. I I just don't something about her. Yeah, they would have put that shit back. Well, he's you got him for 3 years. I don't care if you're a fan of him or not, you got him for 3 more years. Oh god. So, that's the way it works. 3 more years, guys. 3 more year. What do we got here? That Kristi Noem is gonna be alright. Kristi Kristi Noem will be alright. Our country will be fine. Yeah, that's the thing about our country. We've lived through some really we've lived through some good presidents, and at the end of the day, our wrong, and we will wake up in the morning, no matter who's president, we're gonna go on about our day, we're gonna go to work, we're gonna go to school, we're gonna do all the things we do. Come on, guys, let's talk about you. Somebody give me some law questions. Let's go now. This is your page. Talk about you. And when I make the when I make my statements, it's not a when I make and I talk about these kind of issues, it's not from a partisan position. It's mostly just really trying to look at the issues and try to figure out what is truth, right? That's what I figure out, what is truth. I prosecuted for 17 years, and the goal of a prosecutor is to do justice, to find the truth. Been doing it for a long so it's not really a partisan, but, some people think it is, but really Yeah, you should not be that. Lexi, Lexi, what is wrong with you? Le Le Lexi, what is wrong with you, baby? You've got a what's wrong with you, honey? Boy, oh boy. God, drink some more Haterade, baby. Drink some Haterade, baby. Have another little shot of Haterade, baby. Come on, Lex. I love Lexi. I love Lexi. Hey, Brooke. That's it. Brooke, I left a message. Brooke, I left a message on that phone number you gave me. If you want to call me when I get off here, call me. Get you some Haterade, Lexi. Drink a little more Haterade, baby. That's just not good. Rosebud, Rosebud, Rosebud. Oh, Lexi. Yeah, call me today, Brooke. Yeah, he was within his right to bomb those boats. Rosebud, book a call, baby. Okay, I'll be around. Oh, Lexi is just Lexi's just Lexi just got her panties in a wad. I mean, she's upset. She was triggered. Lexi was triggered, and we're here we're here for you, Lexi. We're here for you, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna kick back and watch some TV. Love you, Lexi. The best advice for elderly parents before if you wanna do some real advanced planning, you have to do it before they get ill and before they go into a nursing. Some states have at least a 5-year look back period for those kind of assets. The best thing to do is put all those assets either in a trust or deed them to somebody. You can deed those homes to somebody, property, deed it to somebody, but you gotta do it long before. If you deed them to somebody and retain a life estate for the elderly person, you should be in good shape, or create an irrevocable trust. Create an irrevocable trust. If you are the child of elderly parents, do those things and you should be in good shape. I love I love you, Lexi. Lex love you, Lexi. I'm gonna say a prayer for you, Lexi. I pray for you, Lexi. I'll say 2 prayers for you, Lexi. God. Rosebud, 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 go to my profile and, click on the paper. Go to my profile, click on the paperclip, and when you click on that paperclip, the 5th button down, you'll see a button that says "Book a call." That's what you do. I'm It is expensive to make a trust. A trust, depending on where you live, can cost you anywhere between 1,500 and 3,000, if not more. The things that drive up the cost of a trust or a will is how complicated you make it, how many assets you have, how you want to have those assets distributed after you're gone. Those are the things that will drive up the cost of your, uh, will or trust. Thank you, Bobby Boucher. It doesn't matter your tax being it doesn't matter if you're in California, the state gets your taxes. It's not divided up into Northern and Southern California. Now the county, no, you can't have the taxes are assessed in the county where the property is located, so you can't do that. Yeah, nobody's silent here. I'm praying for you, Lexi. Uh, what's up, Amanda? How are you doing, babe? I don't debate nobody on here. I It's hard to debate somebody that doesn't have an open mind. You can't debate anybody that comes into the debate with such a closed mind. I will never debate. Of course, Americans have to have pass. Yeah, Ryden, you're the best. He's so smart. He Ryden is smart. Way to go, daddy. Ryden, you are so smart. You're just hilarious. I love you, Ryden. You're the best. Ryden Ryden, you're the best. I I say this with love. I say this with love, Ryden. I say this with love, Ryden. I love you, Ryden. You complete me, mini me. I love you, Ryden. You complete me, mini me. Zip it, zip it, zip, zip. I love I love Thank you, Brooke. You you complete If you deed the If you deed your property to a child, it probably does not listen, your property tax doesn't matter who it goes to. Your property tax is calculated based on the daggone value of the property. Why you keep saying who you give it to matters about the property tax? It does not matter. Your property tax is assessed where it is in the county where it is. And it's assessed by the value of the person that comes around and does that thing, right? Whoever has your property doesn't change the value of your property. Now, if you homestead it, you pay less taxes in some states. You can claim a homestead exemption and get some kind of a credit, and that's different from state to state. But just merely to put a piece of property in somebody else's name and expect you're going to get a different tax value. In fact, if you put it in somebody's name, that might trigger someone else to come out and take another look at your home. And if it hasn't been appraised in a while, go up. Where did Alexi go? I love Alexi. Her and Ryden probably went off somewhere. Ryden, whatever the hell his name was. They rode off into the no, darn it. I'm sad. Can you see? I'm sad. Oh, Ryden. Thank you, buddy. You're in the background, Ryden. Thank My wife my wife used to be a program manager at, the university up here. She took her Social Security early, as I suggest everyone do. If you're old enough to get it early, and if you wanna work, you can still work. Yeah, taking people off of your friends list and not talking to family members because of their political viewpoints is such a juvenile it's a really juvenile and it's really unfortunate because when you cut people out of your life because of their political views, you're the one that suffers. You're the one that doesn't get to enjoy that person. I mean, it's truly now that is a sign of a real mental illness. If you are cutting family and disengaging from friends because of their political beliefs, that's a real mental issue. It's a that is true. No tax on tips, no tax on Social Security. There's a threshold on Social Security, and there's a threshold on the tips. I haven't read the actual bill, but from what I've gleaned from some of the short notes, the tax on tips, there's a threshold, but there is no tax. Yeah, Alex, you're correct. Yeah, the Democrats you're correct. Trump was not a nice guy, but he was a Democrat, and the Democrats loved him in the '80s and '90s. Isn't that crazy? They loved him. That's what I find so amusing. Oh, the ladies of The View kissed his ass before he ran for president. They were kissing his ass. That's true. That's true, Amanda. I love Alex. JD is a good guy. He's a stand-up guy. I have much respect for Mr. Vance. He came from poverty. He came from severe poverty and pulled his ass up by the bootstraps. Yes, you got to admire somebody like him. Yeah, that Hillbilly Elegy, very good movie, and it's real. I mean, I live probably an hour from where he spent the summers with it. There you go, David. He's a true now now the problem I had with JD's story is it made it look like he was raised here in Appalachia. He wasn't raised, his grandmother lived here for a while. So he wasn't raised here, but he had really strong connections, and where he was at in Southern Ohio was just as bad as it is in the mountains. He was raised by a mother that was addicted to substances. He lived a shitty childhood. He was picked on, you know. He was white trash. That's what we call him. I was white trash when I was raised. So, um, when you raised the way that he was raised and you come and you come out of it, if you don't respect that, there's something wrong with you. There's seriously something wrong. You don't have to like him. I'm just saying if you do not respect how he has matured and how he has come to where something's horribly wrong with you. Something's horribly wrong with you. But that's okay. That's where you can tell the mental illness kicks in. If you can objectifiably look at that if you can objectifiably look at that, uh, something's horribly wrong. No, but how you were raised helps form the policies you're gonna make. And riding, that's, whatever you said, I don't know what you said, but I know you don't care about him. You don't like him because he's a Republican, and that's okay. But how you were raised has a definite impact when you become in a position like that. It helps shape your thought. It helps shape your viewpoints. It helps shape the way you look at the world. And if you get in a position like JD Vance, it will help shape I mean, that being raised like that is a big deal. So, you know? People didn't like the way Mitt Romney was raised. He was raised wealthy. Uh, Good catch there, Ryden. You misspelled there, buddy. Clean it up, Ryden. Come on. What's up, Alexandra? Alexandra in the chat. Love it. Yeah, Ryden, you're the I love the weather, Katrina. I love it. It's cold, 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 cold. John, I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you, guys. What's up, fellas? Katrina. I love it, Katrina. Oh, a PR on the treadmill? Good job, baby. I did the elliptical yesterday and knocked it out. I did 3.5 miles, and I broke a personal record. I did 3.5 miles in under 60 minutes. So, for me on this elliptical, that's good. That's good for on that elliptical for me. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Richie. Go us! Go us, guys! Good job, fellas. Guys, how many of y'all are fitness people in here? I know at least 2 in this chat are fitness people. Keith is a fitness nut. Alexandra's a fitness nut. Who else? Oh, I ain't that far. I ain't that far from kicking dirt. Oh, I'm a long way from kicking dirt, my man. Oh, Alexandra, I'm gonna go to Walmart. Thank you for tapping that screen. I'm gonna go out and try to get my hair cut, I think. Riding, I've got it, buddy. What's up, fellas? SpongeBob Sunday. Well, as long as you're trying to get healthy, that's good. That is good. Well, I try to do a little more. I like, moving around. I like the feeling of accomplishment you get when you do something and you push the limits of your body. It makes you feel really good. No matter what it is, if you're pushing the limits of your body every day, that feels good. No matter what level you're at. I get on these machines. I got a treadmill. I got an elliptical over here. I push my limits. I try to push my limits mentally and physically every time I get on. Oh, a personal best. Way to go, Amanda. Way to go, Amanda. Right. When you're not carrying around Amanda, when you're not carrying around that extra weight, you feel a ton better. You feel like moving mentally. Exercise is one of the best things you can do for depression and anxiety. Exercise, 2 of the best. It's the best thing you can do. If you're in a funk, get your blood circulating. It's the best thing in the world for your mental health. It's your mental health and your physical health. 2 birds with 1 stone. Get out and get it, guys. Let's talk law, fellas. Come on, guys. Tap, 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 tap. Guys, and take a look at my merchandise page. Good job, Amanda. There you go. Drop those meds. Yeah, if you don't care, I'll take that law question. Love you riding the best. Good job. Woo! Good job. Golf clap. Golf clap is golf clap. Listen, if you've had a big automobile accident and she's trying to settle it on her own, do not let her talk to those insurance. without a lawyer. She'll get skinned. If you have an accident, do not try to settle that case by yourself. It's a bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. What's up, guys? FBYT. It's SpongeBob Saturday. You all know it's SpongeBob Saturday. You've been with me all morning. I wish there was a football game on. Thank you. Oh, geez. Alexandra, I must have had my headphones off. Try it again. I'm sorry, baby. Try it again. SpongeBob Saturday. Okay, thank you, Alexandra. Someone wants to know if they can get Social Security, disability, and they also have a personal injury case at Walmart. Almost always a personal injury money is exempt from those kind of issues with taxes. Um, it's not considered income. So the only time really that your Medicaid or Medicare or Social Security is affected is that if you have real income. Generally, personal injury money, depending on the way it's structured, is not income. Now, can you draw Medicaid and Social Security at the same time? Yeah, a lot of people do, because sometimes they're Social Security and Medicaid at the same time. Sorry about that. Because if Social Security doesn't pay enough to get Medicaid. So, yeah, you can do all of that, but I would contact your Social Security office before you settle with that, personal injury. Let me tell you why. You wanna know why it's a bad idea to work on that personal injury case yourself, because these insurance companies know if you're not represented. You will lose about even if you consider the lawyer's fee, even if you consider the lawyer's fee, you're gonna lose about 20%. These insurance companies will skin you. I'm telling you. You've got there is a skill in knowing how to put together a personal injury case. There's a skill in knowing how to put it together in a way that it maximizes the amount of recovery you're going to get. It is not easy. And if you do it yourself, you're going to leave about 30% on the table. I promise you. Now, I only get 20%. I get 20%. And if it's as good a case as you say it is, tell her to holler at me. I only get 20% and I'll get her the most that she can get. So you should never do that yourself. You don't know how many times I've had clients come in my office wanting to redo a deal that they did with an insurance company after a car wreck. It happens a lot because people think, I ain't giving that money to no lawyer. Well, the money you're going to give to that lawyer, even when you consider their fee, is a hell of a lot more than you doing it yourself, even when you factor that in. And again, I'm telling you, I only get 20%. So, but you go ahead and do it. Uh, I hear everybody say that about those cases. I can help her if she calls me. I mean, I ain't begging nobody, but if she, I know she gonna get, I know she gonna get skinned if she does it herself. I just move off if you don't like my slurping. Get away. I don't care. I've already had 2 people unfollow me for some reason. Tell 'em, um thank you, Katrina. No, no, don't DM me. Don't DM me. Tell her to call. We sold the condo, yeah. I don't care. I see, I don't care. Uh, if people don't like my and I really try not to be partisan, but no matter what you say about this current administration, if you say you like anything he does, people just gonna hate. He has done a wonderful job with the border, a wonderful job with now, the ICE issue, I think there's problems there, but the border, it's great, you know? The price of gas, down, inflation, down. So, I'm sorry, that's all I no, if it's an automobile accident, you can call. If it's an automobile accident, you can actually call me. Yeah. Oh, no, baby. Uh-uh. If you want me to get involved in a federal court case and the trigger date is February 20th, you got no, I can talk to you about that case, but you got a problem. If the case is gonna if he's gotta find a lawyer by the 20th and he hasn't found a lawyer yet, there's a problem. It's on my paperclip. I'm not gonna make chili. Oh, they're lower. Look at the lower. Look at it. Look at it. It's objectifiably lower. You're not gonna tell me that gas prices aren't lower. You're really not gonna say that, are you? Ugh, jeez, you're really not gonna say it's not lower, are you? I don't you said you won your case against Walmart, and they keep trying to take you back. I don't know what you I'd have to look at your case, you'd have to book a call, and I could look. I don't know what that means. They keep trying to take you back to court. No. I mean, you can't objectifiably say that he didn't have any impact on that. You just well, I mean, you can say it, but it's crazy. It's just crazy. A good lawyer from a bad lawyer someone wants to know what separates a good lawyer from a bad lawyer. A good lawyer is one that will call you back when you send them a message, they'll email you back. Listen, listen, you're not gonna ever believe that Trump is responsible for lowering the gas prices. You're not gonna believe that Trump is responsible for the lowering of eggs, which used to be a big deal. You're not gonna believe anything that I would say about the gas prices being lower and its impact, was caused by Mr. Trump. You're not gonna believe that. So it really doesn't matter. The only thing that I know is objectifiably Inflation is down. It's not where we want to be, but it's down from where it was with Mr. Biden. Gas prices are way down from where it was with Mr. Biden. Eggs are lower. So I don't know what you want. So it you well, I just give up on that. It's lower. All I'm saying is it's lower. And it's lower for some reason. It's lower. It was high under Biden for some reason, and it's lower with Mr. Trump for some reason. Go figure that. I mean, I don't get policy makes a difference. I do not do free consultation. I do not do free consultation. Yeah, they're everything. Yeah, there's truly a couple things that could be there's truly a couple things that could be fixed. There's no doubt about but it's baby steps, right? He's only been in a little more than a year, so baby steps, you know? It's baby steps, one thing at a he fixed the border, gas is lower, eggs are lower, inflation's lower. I'll take I'll take that. Thank you. Yeah. Borders closed, eggs are lower, gas is lower, inflation's lower. Whatever the reason, whatever reason you wanna blame it on, gas is lower, the border is closed, inflation's lower, the price of eggs are lower. Oh, yeah, he's a bully. I don't like him. I wished he would shut his mouth. I think he's a bully. I think he runs off at the mouth. I think he's pushy. There's a lot of stuff about him I don't like. So but his policies are okay. Inflation's lower, eggs are lower, gas is lower, the border is closed. I'm just gonna keep saying those things. I'm just gonna say it. Gas is lower, Bailey, the border is closed, eggs are cheaper, inflation is lower. No, eggs are lower, inflation's lower, gas is lower, border is closed. I'll take those. Stock market's good. Uh, I am in my sister's garage. How'd you know? How'd you know I was in my sister's garage?